So you are risking the potential, and I probably would place my stop loss just a little bit above weekly. So let's call it 189.10. And so that's like right under 60 pips. So you're risking 60 pips in order for the potential to gain 239 pips at the minimum, and at the maximum 350 pips. That's a win. Good morning. I hope y'all are staying warm if where you are is cold like where I am. I'm going to take a look at GBPJPY today. I'm going to walk you through a full top-down analysis so that you guys can understand how I view the market, how I decide to execute, and that is what we're going to do today. So I am using the Smart Trader platform, and I'm starting off on the monthly time frame. And what I'm doing is I'm going to each time frame and I'm looking for my highs and my lows, right? And so if you don't know what a swing high is, if you don't know what a low is, I definitely recommend you attend the no-cost mini course. You can find the link in the video description. For the sake of keeping the video at a decent time limit, I'm going to go ahead and just continue to move through this analysis. And so what I'm going to do is this on every time frame, right? And I'll start off on the monthly. So looking at this over the past 3-4 years, what is it? Oh, maybe even 5. Oh, it's 2024. I keep forgetting. Over the last 5 years, the price has been moving to the upside. Strong upside moving, meaning that the yen has been weaker than the Great British Pound. And so what we're looking at here is key levels where price has the potential to reverse. And those are going to be your swing highs and your swing lows. Okay. So now that I've done the monthly, I'm going to go down to the weekly. We're going to do the same thing. And so looking at this, I want to go ahead, identify my key levels of resistance. Same thing we just did on a higher time frame, right? And I know a lot of y'all be like, well, why are we doing that? What do I do after I do that? You know, like I've done support and resistance. Now what? Well, support and resistance basically tells you the story of where you can anticipate price to reverse. That's what your swing low and swing highs help you to determine. The potential levels, or the levels where price potentially has the opportunity to reverse. And so I'm looking for every swing low that I can find on this time frame because I want to mark it out. Because that's a significant area to me, okay? And so I've done that on the weekly, right? And I know somebody will probably comment, I can't see the candles. I don't need to see, I just need to see the structure, right? I don't want to say I've been doing this for so long, I can kind of identify a little bit better than I used to be able to, what I'm looking for. So that's why you can't see the candles. And why are my candles all black? I get this question often because for me, the different alternating colors, red and green, it made it hard for me to follow what was going on, right? And so to make it easier for myself to focus solely on price action, I changed all my candles to black. And so that's what works for me. You don't have to do that. I do it, like I said, because it works for me. You do what works for you. Okay, so we're on a daily. I'm marking out these levels of support and resistance, and we really don't have a whole lot of support levels over here. I can't mark this right here because this is it's one candle. It's not the full formation of what I need. I'm gonna go over here to the right to make sure I'm not missing anything below. I don't know. No, I'm gonna delete that. Let me see. Yeah, because price crossed through there. Okay, so I'm cool. I'm gonna go down to the 4 hour like price has been bullish. We see this. This is very obvious, right? For a moment at the end of the year, we did have some downside movement. Price found support at this weekly, and daily support level and took off and traveled. I want to say, what is this, like 400 pips? No, far more. Lord have mercy. Wow. So from the end of the year till now, not even a whole month, GBPJPY has traveled almost 1,000 pips from that weekly level of support. So this is interesting. Very cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go down to the, oh wait, no, do I have a level? Yes, I do. Nope. 1, 1, 1, 2. Okay, so I got a level right here that I marked off. And now I'm going to go down to the 4 hour. Now, for me as a swing trader, the 4 hour is the lowest time frame that I'm going to go to. Most of my setups are found on the higher time frame. Now, granted, there are some setups that I do find on the lower time frames. But for the purposes of this video, this is what I'm going to walk through with you guys. Okay. So this looks like a level of support here. This looks like a level of support here. And for right now, given where we are and given that I am marking up, I think I got everything. Okay, so let me go back. Now I'm going to go back to the monthly, right? What I want to see now, we got all these lines on the chart. And I know some of y'all have said, dang, your chart is messy, blah, 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 blah. Yes, from a bird's eye view, it looks a little bit cluttered. But what we're going to do is start drilling down to get an idea of what's about to move, what's about to shake, right? So I'm going to go to my lowest low. I'm going to click my Smart Fib tool, one of the benefits and features of this trading platform that I like, and I see that the active fib is right here. We have a low at 154.5, a low, B high at 186.62, and it looks like price has retraced only to that 23.6 level. So we've been playing in this area for a little bit, at least the last 2 months, right? Prices come down, test this level of support, and so what I see the potential for, based off of this, that this level, this 23.6 level has proved to be so strong, on a higher time frame. I see the potential of price approaching that monthly level before we see any type of big move down to a lower retracement level. And if I'm looking at structure, this was once resistance, and so I'm just going to pick 172.53 as future support, right? So this is long term, meaning it could take forever for this to play out. So we want to see, what can we get into now? I'm going to get rid of the fib off of this time frame and move down to the weekly. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little congested. All right. So then I'm going to deploy my fibs. Same thing on the lower time frame that we saw on the higher time frame. I still see potential for price to break above this 188.96 level and approach monthly resistance to create a new most recent high. And then start to break down to go for a bigger retracement. So now I'm going to go down to the daily and see what I see. Let me make sure I get to my lowest point. Just trying to make sure I get to my lowest point to deploy my fibs. Okay. Yeah, same thing on the daily. I see the potential for price to push up. So you're like, okay, what do I do? This is great, Kaci, but what happens now? I'm going to go down to my lowest time frame. We already know what the move is on the higher time frame, right? So now it's like, okay, that's the primary fib. Secondary fibs are the smaller moves inside of the big fib. And so what I'm going to do is click below. Well, I'm going to click below the lowest low so y'all can see why I'm going to pick the other one. So this has already happened, right? This tells me nothing. I'm going to get rid of this. And then I'm going to click on the next low. So what do we see going on here? Price is closed below a weekly resistance level, right? We also have this setup. This is the setup we've been seeing on the higher time frames, where we have that establishment of the low, the A low, the B high, a shallow retracement, less than 38.2, a slight push up, stall out. And then what I anticipate is we're probably going to see price start breaking down, not for that bigger long-term sell, but at least, looking at structure, looking at how this is laying out, you got a 4-hour level of support right at 618 and right below the 618. So I anticipate that we could potentially see price move, form some sort of high and a backside retest of the trend line. I'll draw all of this out. But we only trade to the 38.2. I would probably run like 2 positions, take profit with one at 38.2 and let it run at least to 1849. But I believe that at this level, we're probably going to see some sort of support form for price to continue up to the upside, finish out the sequence. And then I think once we get around 191, what is this, 191.5, and maybe it's not even that high. I have to go back to the higher time frame to find out what that top fib is. But I think once we break above this level, and I think it's actually higher than that, before we see price start to break down. That's my thought. But we also could see, like, this is a weekly level. This is a strong level that price has rejected off of. We could see that longer move happen, but looking at the technicals, looking at the structure, I'm more inclined to believe that we're going to have this short-term retracement first before we see any bigger move. So how do you take advantage of this? Well, first you do your own analysis. You don't just take the trade because I say take the trade. Do your own analysis, because I could be totally wrong, So I don't want y'all emailing me, I took this trade and my account is messed up now. Take it because you have your criteria met. You've done your analysis, and take it off of that, not because I say something. So I'm gonna map this out as far as how I would approach this. Let me see where I see the last touch. I'm trying to find a place for my next trend line. I think it's going to be here. I'm going to double check. Use the smart trend line tool. That's not what I want to see. Let me go down to the hour. Let's see. All right, that's a little cleaner. And then I'm going to deploy from here. That's still not giving me. Okay, so I got it wrong, y'all. Okay. Let me see. So I'll put that here. Let us move that here. I'm going to adjust this and move it enter. And then I'm going to take from here my last low and then put here. So let me see if I get this now. I may have to go down to the lower. Child. Okay. What I'm trying to do is get that inner trend line, because that's what I'm going to base the entry off of. So I want to make sure that it's not just me picking it up. I want to make sure that the system is going to pick it up as well. That gives me some level of confirmation. Let's see. Where did I put it? Oh. There we go. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. All right. We're going to get rid of the smart trend line. I'm going to pull this back just a little bit. Let me see on the lower time frame where this is coming up to. All right. So I'm looking, and I need to move that over. Move it over. We'll make that green. All right, let me draw the stop loss, which I'm going to place above the last high. We're going to make that red. All right. And I'm basing the entry 185 based off this lower time frame fib, although it may even start around 1883, test the backside of this and then make its way down. So I'm even going to map that out. So, excuse me, because this is a shallow retracement that's happening here. So we could see price begin to break down from the 1883 level, or it could push up to that 185 level and then start breaking down, right? So now I'm going to take this off. I'm going to go back to my higher time frame. We're going to go back to the 4. Oh, that's ugly. Ooh, that's ugly. Okay, let me adjust this. It's too small. Okay, so to safely trade it to the 38.2. But looking at structure, I would not be surprised if we saw price come down to 18494. So on the short end, you have 239 pips opportunity on the table. If you a little risque and want to ride it at least to a 4-hour support, potential 350 pips on the table. So either or, I am a little bit more conservative. So like I said, I'll probably run 2, take profit with 1 at the 38.2 level, and then let the rest ride out for that extra 120 pips or so. So you are risking the potential, and I probably would place my stop loss just a little bit above weekly. So let's call it 189.10. And so that's like right under 60 pips. So you're risking 60 pips in order for the potential to gain 239 pips at the minimum, and at the maximum 350 pips. That's a win all day in my book. Okay. All right, so those are my thoughts on GBPJPY. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did anybody catch this first bearish move down? I had been watching last week, waiting on this, and it spiked up about 20 pips outside of where I thought we were going to see price start to break down. But nonetheless, it's given us another opportunity to enter. But I want to know who caught this. That was pretty sweet, you know. So anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I hope you have a phenomenal week. And if you're looking for a community of traders, of like-minded individuals, no hype, no fluff, really just the information you need in order to become a consistently profitable trader, make sure that you click the link in the video description, and then that says join my no cost forex Facebook mastermind group. You'll get an email link. If it doesn't come to your email inbox, please check your spam before contacting us. And then lastly, if you're like, hey Kaci, I really like the way you mark up charts, I want to know how to do this for myself, then make sure you attend the mini course. And in there, I kind of give you a little bit more insight, not only into swing highs, swing lows, but also a deeper dive into how I approach the markets. All right. I hope you guys have a great week. Today is a big day for us here in Detroit. I will be watching the game. And I'm fingers crossed for the Lions. All right. So I'll see y'all on the next video. Have a phenomenal week. Bye.